tremendous. Obviously, the pictures that you've been seeing on TV tell a hell of a story. On the ground, excuse me, but from about 5 o'clock, or just prior to that, all communication has been through Greater Manchester Police, who have been, I could say, brilliant in terms of their communication with us. Plans throughout the day have been put in place for this very incident, and obviously what we had to ensure was the safekeeping of public and staff in the area. This was achieved by early closure. Certainly the major units that were under threat, such as the sports shops, the electrical goods shops, the jewellers, etc., we managed to close them and get the staff out by 5 o'clock. The main centre was due to close at 8 o'clock, but we brought that forward to 6 o'clock, and at 5:30 the rioters commenced. Certainly the first one to be hit was Arndale, New Cathedral Street, where they left the doors in a million fragments of glass. As they entered, they saw that the actions that were taken in terms of removing the stock and putting it into the rear storage area, so there was no stock to be taken at all. So in that frustration, they then moved on to other targets. JD was their next target and came into the centre. I witnessed what was going on from an upper level, and to see the public having to flee in terror as these youths were bounding through the centre was a sight I don't want to see repeated ever again. They then hit the JD areas, but by that time the shutters were down and the staff were away safe. So again, more frustration. Sometime later, we saw the effects of that frustration in terms of the breaking into, the looting of, and the torching of Miss Selfridge and Foot Locker. And about 10 minutes or so later, I'm witnessing two youths picking up drain grates and throwing it through the foot asylum doors, and 50 youths just piling in there, looting it at random. The centre itself was breached on one occasion, having 100 youths onto the mouths, which we had created into a sterile area so that there was no public or staff in those areas, and the units were secured long enough for the police to assist us in ensuring that there was no further damage created.
The police watchdog has said there's no evidence Mark Duggan, who died in North London last Thursday, fired on officers before he was shot. Since the 29-year-old's death, there have been riots across the capital and in other parts of the UK. His family say they are deeply distressed by the disorder. The Independent Police Complaints Commission has given more details about where the police shots landed.
The bullet lodged in the MPS radio is a jacketed round. This is a police-issue bullet. At this stage, there is no evidence that the handgun found at the scene was fired during the incident. Two